Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Blast. Trying to make a little video every day. Going back to the road rage series on this one. I want to talk about these teenagers, mainly the black ones. For those of you who don't know, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I told you I was going to report a lot of the things that the police have to deal with since people want to freeze you out on Facebook and freeze you out on YouTube and freeze you out when you start talking about defending the police and telling people you're a Trump supporter and this, that, and the other. People try to freeze you out. Just yesterday, here in Milwaukee, on 41st and Center, a woman lost her leg. They say her leg was halfway ripped off on the seat. And she had to be cut out of the car. And for what? For what? Because these teenagers ran a red light and she tried to avoid them. Now, I'm going to wage war for the Most High on all of you who call evil good and good evil. All of you who want to come against the police who have a job to do. Even the shows are starting to talk down on the police, if you will. And like I said, this challenge still stands. I want you to look at how many arrests were made in the United States and compare that number to how many people suffer police brutality. Mishaps, if you will. Unfortunately for them and their families. And the real ones, the ones that my heart really goes out to, the innocent ones especially. The ones who were in the process of committing crimes due to their following the trends of not believing in God, the Most High, and not following the ways of God, found themselves going against police. And it didn't work out for them. I still don't condone the mishaps of the police, but I'm an odds guy. I'm a percentages guy. And I believe that if you change the percentages, like me personally, I'm moving out of Milwaukee. I want to move to a suburb with far less crime, with people with incomes and they go to church and they do positive things. If you get in a place where you're dealing with those numbers, a lot of those, you'll be better off. And me being a percentages of odds guy, I look at what are the odds of a person experiencing police brutality that commits no crimes, that doesn't fight with the police. Practically slim to none. Slim to none. But these kids here, they think they're tough. They steal guns out of people's cars. Then I used to work in the detention center where they bring them. And a lot of these guys tried to fight us. They try to tell us what to do. Try to spit on us. They try to spit on the nurses. They do all types of things. And shout out to you, Red Pill guy. I don't care who don't like it. A to Z, I don't care who don't like me listening to these guys. Oh, you're a married guy, you shouldn't be. Who cares? Shut up. They're necessary. Because a lot of what they say is true in terms of these guys start dating these single mothers and it just doesn't work out because their kids are too far gone. You basically have ruined your life with a lot of these kids, especially here in Milwaukee. All they want to do, a lot of them, not all of them, and shout out to the teenagers in Milwaukee that don't get in trouble. I pray that God will bless you in every way possible just for being a good kid. Because here, good kids are, you're a lame. They call them a lame. They say you're acting white when they're a good kid. You're lame. You don't drink lean, you're lame. Dropping out of school, all they talk about is stealing cars, having sex, a lot of them. You can't tell me I'm wrong. I worked in and with juveniles for 13 years. You can't tell me I'm wrong. And those guys were driving like that and caused that woman to lose her leg. Now her work is going to be affected. Her life is going to be affected. God is going to judge all of y'all coming to the defense of these guys. And I really hope they come up with legislation that people will lose their bar license, that let these guys out on light sentences, slaps on the wrist, and then these things happen because of them, because they're out here, when they should be sat down and rehabilitated. But I